Ho ho ho! Looky what we have here. Today, I want to say hello and welcome to Easy Company Collectibles. Make sure to check out Big Bad Toy Store to find out your little collectibles and what they got. Flight ready shipping. That's all good in the hood. Obi-Wan is in the house. That figure I wanted to choke by its nutsack is in the house. Let's just crack the shit open out of this. For starters, what I didn't do was already have it open, already go through it and all that stuff, because I want my basic Oriental originality ramen soup reaction to this guy. So, with that being said, this is a little disclaimer. I got this for 20 bucks. I got it for 20 bucks. I won it in a raffle. Trooper guy on Instagram, trooper_guy on Instagram, your toy link. I won it in their raffle, and this is a day one deluxe version from Hong Kong, so it's pretty awesome to be part of that. With that all being said, let's crack this thing open, and let's see if my judgment on this guy is right. Now, shall we? Now I'm gonna rip its underwear off. First I'm gonna go from the bottom and see. The art box. It's cool. It's bigger because it's the deluxe version. Comes with all the fancy stuff. And you get the child baby Luke. And then you have the art. Of course, this is the prototype Obi-Wan. So we'll have to wait until we crack that shit open and wait and see what's inside his diaper. And you get art Obi-Wan in the front A. Art Obi-Wan in the side A. They kind of went like a... Remember when Rogue One Hot Toys came out? They had all these little art things on it. This is kind of cool. I like that. And a little exclusive thing. So, let's pop this guy open. Of course, the prototype, beautiful. As for the figure itself, we'll have to wait and see. So, when you slide it open, haha, box art is in the inside. This little sleeve that we're used to. Let's slide that open as well. This is so cool because this is me opening it for the first time. I'm breaking its Obi-Wan virginity, and there it is, the figure itself. Now I'm gonna go deep and straight for the head because I want to see that head sculpt. Yeah, there's a ton of accessories, but I'm gonna put them to the side. A lot of people like to go through accessories first. I'm gonna go straight to the head because that's where the headshots are. Okay, let's just pop this guy out. Okay, we're gonna have to go through the hands first. All right, so hands, as you can see, lightsaber hand with the light, which I don't need because I'm going to be getting cathode CFFL lightsaber installed in here, which is a lot better. So that's going to be done. All his hands, his two pointy pizza hands. Alright, so we got the clamshell out. Now let's hopefully, this is the layer for the figure. What just popped out? A bunch of parts just popped out. I think it was from here. That's his... I think that's for his saber so it can pop and be a hilt on his thing. The swooshy blade, yeah, whatever. Let's get to that head sculpt. Moment of truth for this guy. Take off his condom. Oh yes, that smell. Okay. So, that is Obi-Wan. That is Obi-Wan. It's 100% Obi-Wan. Here's where my gripes were. So here's that. This does look like Obi-Wan, but it's really good. It's actually really good. Now a lot of people are gonna be like, you bitched so much and now you're over here like sucking its wiener. I just had hot dogs. I think it's really good, but the prototype had way more details as far as wrinkles, as far as his little moles on his face. And all that stuff. We got a lot more out of his prototype. This one smooths it out a lot. I'm not too sure if it's... The head is loose. That's weird. The head is loose. I'm not sure if it's the like them aiming to be young with him or what, but it's Obi Wan for sure. His head is loose. I wonder what that's all about. But I don't know if it's them aiming for it to be younger because it was a while back or what, but his prototype was perfection. Now, this isn't bad. No. This is not bad. No, it's not. I'm not saying that this is horrible. I'm not saying bad job, JC. I'm saying that this could have been perfect with that prototype because we did have perfect with the prototype. And he said because of licensing and all whatnot, it couldn't be so. And I wonder what that licensing has to do. Like, do they say, hey, man, you did really good job. Time to suck a lot of wiener and take it down a notch. And that's what they did or what? Because I want to know. To me, we had perfect. Okay, so here's the stand. It comes with 2 layers. It comes with this, which is a Mustafar base. And it comes with this. And is this a Google image? Because I see a footprint in it. Like random footprints. And I don't know if this is aiming to be Tatooine. A lot of people think it's from Utapau. And I can see why. It's cool. You would think it's from Utapau. But this would be from Tatooine. Why? Because it comes with baby Luke. And where does Obi-Wan hold baby Luke's nutsack and says, this is really small, Tatooine, and then his moles match the 2 sunsets on Tatooine. It's Tatooine. I think it's Tatooine. It's not Utapau that most people are like, oh yeah, that's when Order 66 was called, like, the Order 6, Commander Cody, wow! It wasn't like that, no. So, what I'm probably going to have, and then under it is this a plain black, which is pretty sleek. I might stick with that plain black look. It's pretty nice looking, but I may go with the Mustafari, because Mustafar is when Anakin is basically proven to be a bitch. I'm not too sure if these are stickers, like decals. I think it might be. And like I said, it comes with a little swooshy thing, but I'm not going to use it because I don't have no need for it. And then here's the lightsaber itself. Ooh, is it pretty. Ooh, is that pretty. Look how pretty Hot Toys makes their lightsabers. So I will be using this lightsaber hilt, of course, but it's not going to have the blade. I'm going to rip that blade right out, and I'm going to make it a cathode blade like the ones on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, then you don't know what's going on. Follow me on Instagram for all the little behind-the-scenes details of what I do with my figures on my off time and how I touch them and how I play with the little dongles. So I get like real CFFL blades, and I put them in the figures, and it looks like like real lightsaber. So one of the main attractions that comes with it is this big cahoots. This big, like, oh shoot, this thing is huge and kind of heavy for a piece of plastic. Ooh. All right, so this takes 3 AAAs. Let's put it in one. I always have 3 AAAs ready, as well as triple Bs and double A's, because with Hot Toys, you never know when you're gonna need a good landing. So I'm gonna leave the bottom off for now because put that right back on. Let's see what the action is all about. Okay, so it's not the best, but it's there. I'm pretty sure you can probably upgrade the LEDs and make it a lot brighter. Now this right here, the base thing is for the little hologram table is for these little bitches in here. Oh my god, this is so cool. So these little bitches, Anakin and Palps, goes. Oh, look at these little holograms. Look at that. That is so cool. So that guy goes there. And then the hologram of Palpatine, and there's a baby, don't think I ignored him. The hologram of Palpatine. Really nice looking right there. So you can just turn it on and have Anakin looking straight at old man's penis. If I can find a light. Okay. Alright. Let's see. So that's that right there. Really looks like a hologram. It's pretty cool. So if that's blurry, I'll go through it in detail. Let's put that to the side. And what I was missing out on is this baby, of course. How could you miss it? Now, one of the first things I wanted to do with this was eat it. Number 2, the details are pretty nice. I mean, it's a baby. There's not much you can do. Well, baby didn't focus. Anyway, and then after that, you have droids, which, okay, I figured that's what it was. This is all vinyl. So it's not hard plastic, the droid that it comes with. Of course, tiny nice details inside. I'll go through it close up. And then the Roger heads as well. The molding looks... It's not the best because these are cast out of vinyl, of course, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. And then his little blaster arm, I'll go all these over details. And then his droid communicator up over here. So, now that we have it all out and we've seen what it comes with, which is quite a lot of stuff. I'm really surprised about the amount of stuff it comes with. Of course, these aren't articulating. It was a vinyl single cast. The blaster, though, is plastic. Like hard plastic on the droid. So you could probably cut that out and it comes out because it's pretty loose on his hands. You can get the droid gun out. So if they got the casting already done in plastic for these guns, I'm thinking maybe we're getting droids soon. And I'm surprised that we got no release on Celebration. Nothing like that, which is weird. And like I said, all those little details. Let's get behind the figure. Alrighty, now we're behind the figure. We can look more into detail of what he comes with. But first, before anything, I want to look at that head sculpt. Tricky business. Tricky business. He doesn't look like Obi-Wan in some angles, he does. Yes, of course, you can be hating on me and saying, dude, he's like Obi-Wan all the way. Why would you say that? Of course he is. He is Obi-Wan all the way. But some angles, it just doesn't look like Obi-Wan. And, of course, it will look like Obi-Wan because that's who they're aiming for. The likeness will be there. But, nonetheless, it's not like the prototype. I'm going to stay disappointed as to what the prototype looked like. And many of you guys know what that looked like because it was all over the internet and stuff like that. So, I really fell in love with that prototype they had out. It was so much detail on the head, and I stick firmly on what I had said about it. I feel like they could have just stayed on that train and really like listen instead of listening to the licensors. Listen to us and keep that. But many of you will be saying like, oh no, this is like the ultimate Obi-Wan and such. Let me try to turn down the light from sides, and then you can see it from the top, because it starts to become Obi-Wan, I think, when the light starts hitting him from the top, more so. Let me see if I can pull it back, and then increase probably. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's a lighting thing or what. I don't know. I just feel like maybe the lights, like some angles, yeah, it does it. Like you can see Obi-Wan in it, and he looks beautiful. It's great. But I don't know. You guys tell me just in the comments. Blow it up. I can't argue with this because I love it. I mean, it's $20. I could not. But as far as that sculpt, I don't know. I don't know where to go with it. It's Ewan McGregor for sure. Yeah, you could say that. Yes, of course. It's gonna be him. It's no doubt. It's his likeness. But as for his sculpt on here, I don't know. The prototype was the best. The prototype was just the best. You cannot argue with that prototype. I don't know. I'm gonna dim the. See if that helps. See, it kind of looks weird. I don't know. I mean, if you follow me on Instagram, you know how much of a debate I had with this figure as far as likeness towards his character. But we're gonna set him there. Actually, I'm gonna put him on a stand here so you can see him as he spins as we go through his stuff. And articulation on this guy, of course, is amazing because it's all soft goods and stuff like that. So that's him. He's gonna spin, And let's go to one of these special parts that it came with, which is the little hologram table with the holograms that came with it. So the details as far as this thing goes, it is awesome. I really like what they did here and what they gave us. The holograms really look like holograms, and it's so cool because of like the way it looks. It just looks like an itty bitty hologram, like for Rizzles. Let's take a look at there for Anakin, and then take a look right here for Palpatine. So they both looking real good, looking really nice actually. Look at Palpatine. You can actually see Palpatine's ugly ass in there, so that's cool. And then his robe's down there, and it's got this ridginess to it because it's showing like it's a hologram. That's real nice, and that's made out of like a kind of, it's like a vinyl type thing. So when you put it on, as to when it's off, brightness difference. So you can see it's in there. So that's pretty cool. Looks like a real hologram and whatnot. It's a nice little setup. I'm glad they chose this because this is something cool to add in to the whole deluxe set. Now, next thing that comes with it, his robes. That's, of course, it's great. There's wiring around his what you call like neck area, but there's no wiring in the hood because it was supposed to be more like posable, more collapsible, like more like whatnot. But I haven't fussed with it that much. But I love wires because wires are more the best control in fabric because it goes where you want it. It doesn't just fall wherever it wants to fall. So as photography wise, I prefer wires in the hood and whatnot, not just the neckline or whatever it is. So that's a little picky thing. I'm picking on it, but does these sleeves have wires? I don't think so because it's way thin. It's really thin. So no wires in the sleeves. As far as his robes right here, there's no wires in here. But the fabric itself, I would have to say it's aced it. They've done a really nice job as far as making it look like a robe. It's really soft. It's this microfiber type of feeling with just one wire in the neckline. So that's okay. I would rather it have the wire in the hood, like I said, but I don't know, some things they take out and I don't know why. Now, next thing I want to go over, next thing I want to go over is this baby thing because I think it's awesome. So this baby is baby Luke, and you can make it baby Leia if you wanted to. It don't matter. It don't matter who you want to make it. You can make it baby Obama. You can make it baby Trump. You can make it baby yourself. It doesn't matter. You make that baby whoever you want to make it. But the baby head sculpt and everything is so awesome. I wanted to eat this. I want to put this in an oven. I want to do something with it. I don't know what yet, but I just want to have it displayed somewhere. Like, probably I'll have it like a little Easter egg in my display, like a little cocoon baby just sitting there waiting to hatch into a giant hermit. Get the reference? Anyway, next! Okay, so next cool thing we get is the droid head and parts. So, this is the droid head, obviously. Looking good, although the details are not as fine because this is like a vinyl type plastic mold. Details are unreasonably good, as per se it's Hot Toys, so that's what you're gonna get with it. I really love that. So, oh my god, so that's nice. You get the little burn with a lightsaber slash his butt. That's not the only piece. You get multiple pieces, like his chest area. There it is, his arm raised up, and then more parts that's been slashed by the lightsaber burning type of effect. A lot of people's like, oh my god, that's so awesome, it's perfect. It's rough painted. Of course, you can't ask for the best in extras, but it's a bit rough painted as per se for Hot Toys quality. So just this vinyl feels kind of cheapy. Next up, you have his arm, which is basically still same vinyl cheap plastic. This is actually hard plastic, so that's really good. I'm figuring out like maybe they got some molds going already for it, and designs and stuff going for these droids and getting them in production for us to get pre-orders down. So that'd be cool if they do like a 2-pack for $220 or something like that. That would be nice. Please, no overpriced droid, just like one for $200 some dollars is not going to be great. But anyway, nicely added in there. It's very nicely done. I love it. Next up, we have the droid communicator. And this is really cool. It's just tiny and detailed, like you would expect. This is one piece that he uses to call R2 in the Grievous's ship and such. So that's a nice little cool piece. And then you have his lightsaber. So here's Obi-Wan's lightsaber. It's beautiful as well. Of course, it's Hot Toys quality when it comes to their closer parts, extras, stuff like this. And then there's a little peg that you can peg those extra pieces in so you can put it in his belt. I'm going to be putting a cathode bulb in this. It's basically a realistic looking lightsaber for 1/6 scale toys. And it's, if you follow my Instagram, you'll see it. I know what I'm talking about, but those things are badass and he needs it. Alright, so as far as hands go, we have these two grasping hands, and then we have the, holding, like a fist hand, and a lightsaber hand, and a holding droid communicator hand, a peace sign hand, of course his pokey eye hands that we love, and then the electronic LED wired arm, which sucks. I would not ever use this because the bulbs suck, and actually they have a fatter neck for this blade and his LED arm because of wiring. I guess that would be a problem, but other than that, that's the little hands he comes with. Now let's get to the figure. So now getting into the figure, of course the figure looks good. As far as tailoring, we know Hot Toys tailoring. Although Link the Jedi, you did show me, Sideshow's Mythos Obi-Wan had great tailoring as far as the undersuit and all that stuff. It was plenty of detail. The stitching and embroidery was quite fascinating for being a Sideshow figure, that Mythos Obi-Wan on 1/6 scale one. But Hot Toys, they did really nice as well on here. It's very clean looking, very clean. A lot of people are saying, why didn't they go with the like a Mustafar burnt look? And you can't, because you can't please everyone. You burn it, and then people are like, oh my god, you just messed up a perfect figure. I wanted him clean, nice, and his Jedi robe, and blah blah blah. And then you don't burn it, and then everybody. So you take the safe way, and he was mainly Jedi robes. You know, this is the perfect way to display him. And the tailoring, like I said, is awesome. There's wires inside of his sleeves to help him with that, and I would have expected wires in these, like Maul is going to have. I assume Maul is going to have these as well, like wires inside it, but he doesn't. And his pants is really nice and thin. It's all great stuff. His belt tailoring, though, like the belt. Talking about that belt, though, it's really nice. Let's spin him around. Actually, open his arms up, spin him around. That's really nice. All that stuff going on right there. I really love what's going on here. Looks really nice, full of details, looking great for its scale. And it doesn't open on the pouches now, so it doesn't open, but that's, like, as you can see, it's really nice. So, and moving it down, we're gonna go to one of the worst parts of any figure anywhere, is pleathery boots. Now, these boots do not pinch up at the bottom where the heels are. It seemed like they have something inside to prevent that kind of. It kind of feels like it. They fixed that issue with the pinching. I don't know what that is, if it's like the boot design or what, but there's no way to pinch it. The leather be pinching at the bottom. But they're pleathery boots, looking great and solid as usual. They're nicely tailored and designed and stitched. I mean, it's Hot Toys. And then you make your way towards the base, Obi Wan Kenobi base, with the other base being Sand, Tatooine, and Mustafar, which I'm going to use the Mustafar one because I want to have him all badass looking. Now, they did remove his fat suit. I'm pretty sure they did. Like, there's a fat suit they place on their figures, and I'm pretty sure they did remove it. He's a bit on the lean side. So that's kind of one thing I wish they keep their fat suits in. It kind of makes the figures look more flimsy. Not flimsy, but, you know, a bit thin, lean, and whatnot. But as far as articulation, this guy is nothing short. He's your average Hot Toys Jedi in articulation. Everything is 90 degrees and double jointed, and he has great articulation. The head was a bit loose earlier. I don't know what that was all about, but it's fine now. Its head movement is real nice. It's good. Torso and everything turns well. It's tight. It's not loose at all. Sideshow's is really loose. I don't know why Sideshow came loose, but Here we go with that stuff. It's really good. I mean, it's really good. So any of the crazy poses you want on the Battle of Mustafar with Anakin, it's going to be great. So just go ahead and just know that you're going to get a good figure. It's Hot Toys. So I don't know what else to show you guys besides that head sculpt. I mean, we can... Oh, yeah, the boots at the bottom. Well, they're not that great as far as articulation side to side because of that. I don't know. But everything else seems to be okay. I don't know if I'm missing anything, but that head sculpt, like I said, I don't know. Can you see it? What do you think? It kind of looks like Obi-Wan right there. Looks good. This looks good right there. Yeah, that looks good. And I'll pick it up. Turn it. It just looks different. And then all of a sudden you look down. You see where that creases and stuff comes in? It looks good. And then you pick it up and it kind of disappears and gets way too smooth because the light starts to wash it out. But you see that? You see all those grooves, right? It looks like Obi-Wan. This looks just like Obi-Wan. And then the light tends to wash out all those creases. I think that's the issue, is the lighting issues. See, that looks like Obi-Wan looking down. See, that looks like Obi-Wan. That right there. I don't know how to say it or explain it really, but it's just lighting, and then the fact that they did dim down his face and whatnot. So as far as this figure goes, everything he comes with and everything he is, I don't want to rate it too badly, but oh, that's a cool shot. But I don't want to rate it too badly and be like it sucks because the head sculpt, they dimmed down on the head sculpt and whatnot. But I think this is a great figure. It's nonetheless, it's Obi-Wan, and how can you go wrong with Obi-Wan? It's just that's what it is, I guess. And I don't see them releasing anything else or trying to get any more perfect than this, because this is the final Obi-Wan. I don't think there's any other thing that they can put with him. They put him with droids. They put him with this table, the locks. I mean, it's just that to me is going to be the one all be all Obi-Wan. And if I had to rate it, I would give it a 9 out of 10. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10 because it's a perfect little combo with all the stuff it comes with, and it's cool and all. And I want to give it that 9 out of 10 because I'm losing a little bit of points just because of what it comes with is they took out the fat suit, and then the head sculpt to me was another thing to take off a little bit of points for, which the fat suit didn't make much of a difference. It kind of made them leaner, but I prefer a little puff and buff out of my guys' figures. So and another thing, the head sculpt, of course, very disappointed, but at the same time it still does capture Obi-Wan's look really, really nicely, because it's based off of him, of course, so it's gonna have his likeness. But I do feel like they dimmed down a little bit too much on it. His beard looked weird on pictures on the internet, yes, but in person, to me, his beard is fine. The hair color is fine as well, but that sculpt, it's just a little bit too much baby face of a sculpt for me. I feel like they should have kept that rough look, more wrinkly, but this head sculpt they did with that look right there. See, sometimes it just looks like him, and it's a damn lighting. Boy, oh, I tell ya. But, Easy Company Collectibles, make sure you subscribe, like, and share the videos. Follow me on Instagram. Make sure you guys follow me, because I have all behind-the-scene type of stuff there and all what I get. All the mess that it comes with down there. I'm sorry, so much of a mess. But, I love the figure. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to upgrade his figure's lightsaber to a cathode lightsaber. And his head sculpt, we're going to have to just put it behind us, that the prototype just didn't happen. And what are you going to do, sit there and start crying about it? No, because it is what it is, and they said licensing issues or whatnot, so we're going to have to go with it. And this is what we got. So, 9 out of 10 because of his fat suit and head sculpt, but Great figure, and it's a must buy. It's an Obi-Wan figure, so you must get this. So make sure you subscribe, like I said, turn that bell icon on, and comment down below what you guys thought of it, because I had to take this guy very seriously. I mean, this was more of a serious video because I wanted to really observe this guy, because it's one of my most awaited figures ever. Is Obi-Wan, Revenge of the Sith, alongside with Anakin, and they kind of like went astray with it with me on the head sculpt, but I mean, if anybody walks in your collection and just looks at it, they're gonna be like, holy shit, dude, that's Obi-Wan. Yeah, but if you're a Hot Toys junkie like me, and you buy everything Hot Toys, and you're all about the details and sculpt, and there's another demon above me and stuff like that, you will get a little freaky about the head sculpt downgrading. So that's the one thing. But I feel yeah, it is. Stop whining like a bitch. Easy, you're a bitch. Easy. I know. That's a bitch out there. But I have to. I'm a critic. I review figures. It's what I do. So I will. And leave me alone. And if you don't like it, get off the channel. Ah!